What is up, Facebook? So I got a hold of my buddy Steve, and he's fine. I don't know why he decided to drink antifreeze, but he only took 3 very, very tiny teaspoons of it, like the teaspoons you get when you measure stuff to cook with. Hey, people, I got a hold of Steve. He's fine. He didn't drink a shit ton of antifreeze. He only took like 3 really tiny ass teaspoons of it. They're, you know what I'm saying? The teaspoons are like, yeah, like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It wasn't enough to kill him, so I called him to make sure. And I want to go over there here in a bit, you know what I'm saying, to make sure he's doing alright, you know. But 3 tiny ass teaspoons isn't gonna fucking kill you. He said it tasted like shit and he is not feeling too good. And he even informed me that that wasn't enough to actually, you know what I'm saying, to actually do anything. You know what I'm saying? So, and my phone's about to die, and I'd like to have that shit charged before I go over there, so I'm not walking around with a dead phone in my pocket, honestly. And that made me panic for a fucking second, so I had to make sure he was alright, and he is, you know, it's just, yeah. And he said it didn't taste too good either, so I'm like, yeah, imagine that. Kind of like 12%. Goddamn. Imagine that. But I had shorts on earlier, but I changed into some black cargo pants because it's way too cold out at the moment to be walking around and shit like that. What's up, peeps? Having a good night so far? Yeah, I really can't complain. No, he's not dead. Nope, Steve's alive. He only took like 3 tiny ass teaspoons of antifreeze. He said it tasted like shit, and you know, it made him just a little bit sick. Not sick enough to where he's gonna die or anything, nothing like that, but enough to where he's like rethinking his decision, you know. So, yeah. I was just hanging out with Scotty not too long ago, but it was getting late, and you know, certain people in his house had to go to sleep, so I wasn't gonna sit there and visit with him too much longer. I didn't want to keep everybody else up. You know what I'm saying? It was just out of respect. You know what I'm saying? But uh, thanks, Colin. So yeah, Steve did not die. He's not dead. He only took like I said, like 3 tiny ass teaspoons of antifreeze. That's not enough. That's not even enough to kill you. It's enough to make you a little bit sick, but that's it. You know. But I'll be heading over to Steve shortly to hang out with him and make sure he doesn't do anything stupid like that again. And make sure my phone charges up before I go. I don't think he is going to, honestly, because I think after the way he's kind of feeling right now, like, you know what I'm saying? Being single when you're younger is not nearly as difficult as being single when you're much, much older. That's just a sad fact of life, but being single when you're younger is a lot easier, especially if you still maintain some of your youthful look. You know what I'm saying? You get caught up in a situation like that, that was just nerve-wracking to say the least. But the situation has resolved itself in a moment's notice, so I could ride my bike over there. That'd be much, 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 much quicker. I might just do that because riding the bike's fun. And September, October, like the last of somewhat good weather before the bike stays inside. Trying to ride that thing in the snow, not happening. Slipping and sliding on the ice and shit. Now, if I saved up for a classic car that I wanted and got my driver's license and hot rodded that shit and actually had a car to go and meet fans and shit, that'd be cool as fuck. Fans see me pull up in my car and be like, what up? Meet me in person and that kind of thing. Some fans would probably shit themselves and be like, whoa. No, of course, when someone says they drank antifreeze, people immediately panic, like, oh, you know, when they don't, when they're already drunk and they don't specify how much. But if they would have said like 3 little tablespoons, I'm sure everybody wouldn't have panicked like they did. I called him back and I'm like, dude, do you need an ambulance? And he's like, no, I only drank like 3 tablespoons. And I'm just like, really? Well, how'd it taste? Not too good? Oh, imagine that. That's kind of like, gee, I wonder what it would feel like if I stuck my fork in an outlet. See what happens. Oh, it didn't feel too good. Well, imagine that. I got a light on the front of my bike that I can turn on so I can ride at night safely. As required by Casper law, you gotta have some sort of light on the front of your bike so that other cars can see you when you're riding on the sidewalk. And the bike's dark colors anyway, dark green and black and shit, so it's gonna be hard to see at night anyways. But now, if I'm too fucking swifty from the alcohol to ride my bike back home, you know, there's gonna be a breaking point where it's just like, you know, when to slow down, you know, and that's being a responsible drinker, if anything. Riding there sober, you know what I'm saying? If I'm too drunk to ride my bike, I'm not gonna ride it. That's just that fucking simple, you know. I mean, granted, I might have to carry the bike into the complex where he lives, but it's whatever. I'm not gonna bitch about it. And make sure he doesn't do anything stupid like it again. If I have to, I'll take the antifreeze bottle and dump it down the fucking sink and be like, no man, can't take that risk again. You know. But I think after you got the first like 3 tablespoons of it down, like tiny ass tablespoons of it down, he's just like, ugh, that tastes nasty. It made him feel like shit for a little bit. And then he realized, oh fuck, that was kind of stupid. Got me fucking worried, got all my fans and all his fans from YouTube worried. It's like, really, dude? You know, top off that moist black Cavendish pipe tobacco with some dry black cherry pipe tobacco. And let that phone charge up a bit more before I take off. So it never hurts to have a little bit of juice on your battery. So, you know, keeping your phone somewhat sufficiently charged is a good idea, man. Sweet aromatic pipe tobacco. That's decadent. The kind of pipe tobacco that smells so good that people be like, that smells good. That pipe smells good, guy. Hey, what up, guy? That pipe smells good, guy. I mean, I can charge up my phone sufficiently enough and then bring the charger with me. That's no big deal. I'm just saying, you know, send him a text and be like, bro, I'll ride my bike over to your place. Be there shortly. Because it would be quicker with the bike. Just saying, you know. And it's good to get in as much exercise as I can when the weather's good. And walking is good exercise, yes, but riding that bike is a good exercise. 3-speed chopper, and it just cruises, man. And you'd think it'd be difficult to ride. but then you get on and you ride it, and it's just smooth as silk. Glides like a Cadillac over the sidewalk. And like I said, you can't really fucking ride that bike when it's icy as fuck out. That's cool. It formed a cobra kind of, if you see that shit. The tail was right, kind of right there. And then the head came up. That's what's up. When you can blow smoke rings that turn into cobras and then disappear, that's what's up. But yeah, I wanted to make this quick little live stream while I charge my phone to let y'all know what's going down, so nobody's like panicking, like, what the fuck, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if a lot of you tuned in and saw the last live stream, you're probably like, what's going down? You know, but 3 tablespoons of antifreeze isn't going to kill you. Make you feel like shit for a couple minutes, but that's about it. Makes you rethink your actions, kind of. Really, you got to think, you know, when Chester killed himself, he left behind a lot of things. Family, friends, a bazillion fans, an awesome band. 4 things that most people don't have. You know, he left behind more than most people have. And you saw how his suicide affected everybody. You know, so when you kill yourself, you see how Chester's death affected everybody around the world. It's like that, but for people less famous, all that emotion that people felt from that incident is condensed into a smaller circle, basically. And the people in your inner circle are going to feel that. And they're going to be like, bro, come on. Really? And no offense to Chester, but suicide is really a pussy's way out. You know what I'm saying? Life ain't exactly the easiest. And it doesn't matter who you are, how rich or poor you are. Everybody struggles to some degree, you know. And you think you have it bad, someone else out there is going to have it way worse than you. I guarantee it. And someone out there is going to have it way worse than they do, and so on and so forth. And you notice as humans, we all have our bad days and our good days. You know what I'm saying? You wake up and shit just doesn't go right, and it's like, fuck. But then you wake up the next day and it's like, oh, okay, yeah, you know, goes a little smoother. All right, cool, you know. And sometimes you hear someone else's side of the story. You hear their perspective on things, what they've gone through, and it puts your shit into perspective. I guarantee you that. And it also makes you realize that it could be worse. And plus, the bike's kind of heavy, so it gives me an excuse to work out my biceps, lifting it up and down apartment steps. Yeah. When you let society dictate what's cool, what's not cool, what's in, what's out, I mean, there are boundaries of acceptable and unacceptable, of course, but to the lesser extent, you can't let society dictate what's socially acceptable and what isn't. I mean, there is a line that society doesn't have to draw. You know what I'm saying? There are certain things you just don't do in society. You know what I'm saying? But like a basic example, what if society all of a sudden said, you know, you can't wear steel toes? If they basically said if it became unacceptable to wear steel toe shoes or whatever that are slip resistant and water resistant and weatherproof and all that good shit, I'd be like, why? What's the point of that? That's what I'm getting at. And when society pulls stupid shit like that. What if they made pants that were designed to look like pants that sagged, but they covered up your entire lower section, and when you go to put the belt on, it's like your underwear and your pants become fused as one, but it looks like it, but it's just pants with the fabric printed to look like your pants are sagging, but they're not. You know, I could totally see something like that being made. People walking around, people will be like, pull up your damn pants. Oh, they are up. It's just the fabric. I could see some fucking hipster wearing that. God damn, I fucking could. And then this is the kicker of it, Facebook, is people see my pipe and my stylish goatee, they'd be like, who the fuck are you? You know, I probably get accused of being a hipster, and I'm like, no, not exactly, man. I'm a metalhead goth. What the fuck's your problem? You gotta, labeling people that you don't even fucking know. But that's our society for you. You can't do shit about it. You can work with it and deal with it. Pretty much it. And or bitch about it. Sometimes bitching about the problem helps, and sometimes it doesn't. Really just depends on the situation. That's what I have to say to that. But I think that'll be enough tobacco to last me till payday, if I can conserve it to like 1 or 2, maybe 3 bowls of pipe tobacco a day instead of like 7 or 8. Now, if the bag was like all the way up to here, which I've had bags that full of pipe tobacco, and they last a fucking long ass time. Like longer than a carton of cigarettes, that's for damn sure. Hello, David. And yeah, me too, Justin. Yeah, but here's the thing. I try to set up YouTube Live, and it has to do with like scheduling it and naming it and this and that and just a bunch of other shit. All these other minuscule steps just to set it up, and it's a headache. I've tried several times. Believe me, I have. But this allows me to post videos on Facebook and YouTube and keep the fans like with their King Cobra fix. You know what I'm saying? It's always good to wear a helmet when you ride. Right? That's what I'm saying, Justin. I mean, I can make videos and post them on my desktop and then upload them to YouTube. If the video's short enough, I'll use my phone to do it. But if it's like ridiculously long, I'm not going to burn through phone data just to post a fucking video, you know? But yeah, I'll catch you cool cobras later. I'm gonna skedaddle out of Seattle. Phone's at like 37%. That's not bad. And yeah, thanks for watching my live stream on Facebook. I'll do plenty more live streams here and there, and I'll try to pay more attention to the comments and what fans are asking and stuff like that, you know, not just do this number or that number, you know, guitar playing and shit. But thank you for watching, and I'll catch you cool cobras on the flip side.